Everyone, so what I'm going to do today, so all of us thinking about cleaning our bikes, think we need a fancy stand. I don't have one, maybe you have, but anyway, I'll show you how the locals do it. Just a normal Joe's soap. What have I got? Some fairy sunlight in SA. It's called kif or sif, handy in South Africa. Water, warm water, and a bucket, a rag, a brush, and some water to wipe off the soap afterwards. Well, first things first, the chain. Why the chain? Because the chain is the easiest thing to clean it first, because it's going to make the most amount of dirt. So what you want to do, you're going to take your brush, handy, on the brush, and give that chain a good little. And you just keep scrubbing a bit of elbow grease until it comes clean. Fridge broke down this week, guys, is of interest. So getting a new one today. Anyway, like I was saying, you stuck into this chain. Big thing is to make sure it's on the big ring. The big ring is the big blade. 54, 55, 56, whatever you got, whatever you had for breakfast that week. And polish that sucker up. Before you do anything else, you got to do the other side of the chain as well. So, quick little inside, same thing, elbow grease, gets stuck in there. As you can see, we did a pretty good job of getting that chain clean. Now for the rest of the bike. It's been a tough old week, 5 days in the saddle. Just get it back on my little stand here. I know you guys are all perfectionists, probably want to see the bike, which I probably don't even have in the camera shot. Let me check, I do or I don't. So anyway, now next thing, right? Done that part, done the chain, turn it back around. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean the frame. What do I use? So dandy old sponge, nice and easy. Remember, sponge and sunlight, just get through it. Now what we're going to do, because the chain's not going to mess on the frame anymore, splatting around and things like that, because we've cleaned the chain. So now, get the frame nice and polished up. Get that safety first, Carmelite done. Clean the old wheels. Actually, the wheels I leave for the last bit, when the frame is nice and clean and nice and polished off. Always the bike works a lot better when you've cleaned all the muck off it. So I particularly don't like riding with a bike that's dirty. I feel off the rider, but I'm not an at-home mechanic, and I'm not a resident mechanic. I'm not like Sam in the previous video, and my mechanics that are in the team are busy grafting, can't take my bike just there to get a bit lazy. So what else? Do it myself. Check it out, it's so easy, guys. This thing takes me less than 10-15 minutes. I mean, they've just called me now, the fridge is on its way. Now it's a race to get here before the fridge arrives, because I don't really want my water to get cold, and I also don't want to have to come back down and do this bike. So I'm doing a bit of a rush, trying to give you guys a bit of running commentary at the same time. I hope this mic's actually working, because if it's not working, it's going to be a bit of a shit show. Anyway, saddle, nice and easy. See this, guys? People will complain and say the bike's dirty because they don't have time to clean it. It's really simple, actually. It's 10-15 minutes of graft. I mean, I should really... Now, the big trick is the disc brakes, guys. What you want to do is you want to clean them, but you also want to rinse them off pretty quickly. So that's why I got a bottle of water. That's my first quick tip to you guys. Because you want to kind of clean them, but you don't want all the soapy stuff to get on the pads. When that soapy stuff gets on the pads, that's when we start running into problems like squeaky brakes and all these kinds of things. So, what I do, take my water, warm water. Smash it in there. Smash it in there. I'll just quickly show you again, guys. I'll quickly show you again. There you go. Just give it a bit of a rinse. See that? Bit of a rinse, bit of a rinse. Give the whole bike a bit of a rinse. And away we go. Guys, I'm gonna have to hold out on this video. I think the fridge has just arrived. Yeah. Okay, I'll be back. Can't clean that quick. Guys, fridge is settled. Pack the groceries in. But anyway, quick little stop. Thirsty work this. Anyway, back to the grind. Washed it, given it some love. Last little bit here. You know, clean the pedals. Nice, and give it a bit of a scrub. And then, what else do you need? Wow, now comes the easy part. Allen key. Take that front wheel off. I mean, if you've got quick release, it's a lot quicker. In this case, it's not, and now it's just dabble on the rims. Nice little wash again. Nice little bit of that. Ah, bloody hell, you know the one thing I forgot, guys, is to get that bloody water going. You know, I'll do both wheels at the same time to speed things up a little bit. Yeah, I mean, you know, my dad always said put in the 5411 or something when you clean your bike, but don't bother with it anymore. It's a hoax. It's one of those cycle limits. Anyway, now what you do, you take your brush, your balsal, your handy, or kif, sif, kif, whatever it is, and you get the sucker going. Good old handy, eh? Never go without it. It's one of those things, you know, you can pay top notch for so many other things these days. But for me, I think it's a good go-to. Now, in case you're wondering, with the disc brake rotors, what I've found, guys, now I'm not an expert on everything, but the way I do it, this is again my show, so it's the way I do it. I do not clean the disc rotors. And the reason for that is I have to touch them too much. I'll tell you why. How the world out, you know, you can spots you couldn't get into before. You know, there's lots inside the fork, behind the fork. You know, just get in there, you know, a little bit of elbow grease. And it's away. Guys, this thing is done. I hate to say it, but actually I think I'm done. I mean, there could be a few other little tricks to it. Right, let me go. I've got one little thing to pull out my pocket. Now I reckon I left it in this bloody thing. I did too. So yeah, I'll tell you what I want to do. I'm going to get a dry rag. Preferably not this rag. It's come in between your disc brake caliper, actually. Look at that. Look at that. All that black little gum there coming out here. Just slide it in, you know. Slip and slide away. No, nothing too fancy, guys, but you want to kind of get it slippery this off season, this little cleaning season, and that's it. Put it back in. Put it back on the gear that you left. Look, don't put it in the 53, you know, 32 at the back. Oh, sorry. I realized that I wasn't talking to you the whole time. But actually, I mean, you don't really need much help with, you know, Allen key in your front wheel, tighten nicely, check the brakes are working. I mean, any brake rub here? No. Why? Because I service my bike and I look after my bike and I clean my bike. And I know what to do. And my dad has a bike shop and I've been shown these ways in life. So people who complain about disc brakes rubbing also don't know what the hell they're doing. So that's my take on it all. How like is the Giro? Hey? Not too much fireworks yet, but this next week's we're going to be in for a good show. A little walk down of love. You know, look at that. You actually got to factor in this type of stuff, you know. I don't do any sponsor punts on this channel, but you got to sometimes you got to factor a lot of things in. Last but not least, once you've washed that chain, you've dried the bike, put some chain lube on that chain overnight. Don't wait till the next day in the morning, rusted chain, things like that. Dry your disc brake rotors with something that doesn't have any oil on it. Make sure it's nice and neat, nice and clean, nice and dry. And guys, thanks for watching. Be lekker. Have a good week. I hope this was a little bit insightful for you guys. It's just DIY, you know, just do it, Daryl, Impey yourself.